conservative or conservatively liberal?
This isn't you.
Probably depends on how much Nicorette he's chewed.
Yeah, I know.
From Fox News, the immensely entertaining Tucker Carlson is on the line.
What's up, Tuck?
Good morning, Bubba.
Where you at, buddy?
I'm sitting in my office, a block from the White House, plotting.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
Man, you might not want to say.
A block from the White House plotting.
Might not want to say that. I mean,
I don't want to alert the Secret Service.
I'm not a smart man. I'm not a smart man, and I would never say that.
Especially not working for Fox News.
That's a pretty good point. No fast moves around Obama. Boy, that guy has a lot of security.
Now, have you seen? What's the closest that you've gotten to the guy?
Well, what do you mean in my life? I've talked to him.
I never knew you talked to him.
Recently, I mean, you can't get close. I mean, they're definitely behaving as emperors over there. They close down this whenever the Secretary of Energy needs to go to the gym, they close down the street. It's ridiculous.
Did when you talked to him, that was probably even pre-presidential candidate, were you not?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I ran into him on the street in Boston one day. He introduced himself, actually.
He did.
Yeah.
I mean, he took it upon himself he came out and said, "Hi, Tucker, I'm Barack Obama."
Yes, I was walking down the street in Boston, down Commonwealth Avenue, smoking a cigarette on my way to dinner, and a van pulled up next to me, driven by Jesse Jackson Jr., whom I know. Good guy, actually, believe it or not. And he and Barack Obama were going somewhere, and he saw me on the street, and he pulled up. He hopped out. I'd never seen him before. And he said, "I've always wanted to meet you. I'm Barack Obama."
You probably thought you were getting robbed.
No, right. No,
did he bum a cigarette off you?
No, I'm from California. Come on, I don't have assumptions like that. Actually, I was impressed by him immediately. I thought he seemed like a good guy.
Did he bum a Newport from you?
He didn't. He's actually a Marlboro Red smoker. Yeah, which I appreciate.
Now, is he still doing that? Because there's reports that he still may be sneaking a few here and there.
He is still smoking cigarettes.
How do you know?
I don't know. I haven't caught a butt with him lately, but I've heard that from a number of people that he. Well, I mean, he said that. He's been asked about it, and he says, it's a process, and that's it. He's not denying it. So I'm kind of impressed by that, actually.
Do you think the president has somebody he has to send out to the store to get him a carton of Marlboro Reds?
Oh, probably.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. That's pretty cool, though. I mean, I don't know. If you think about the world he lives in, I mean, he's a lifestyle liberal surrounded by lifestyle liberals. You know what I mean? Like judgmental, nasty, the kind of people, who drive Priuses and judge you for not recycling. Very uptight people.
Well, first of all, I'm somewhat of a liberal, I guess, and I don't care what you drive and don't care what you smoke for the most part.
You're about 1/10 as liberal as you think you are. You do not fit that profile.
He's just on social issues. Bubba just thinks that everybody should leave everybody else alone.
Yeah, I mean,
but that's hardly a liberal view. I mean, the liberals are the ones who regulate what size toilet you can have and what kind of light bulb you can use and what sort of snack food you ought to use.
Well, I do think that
where you can smoke cigarettes and they're in your face all the time. You're making you wear seatbelts.
I don't have a problem with any of that. One, I think that the government should step in if it's an environmental issue and tell you what kind of light bulbs. I do agree with that. I do think that they have the right.
What kind of light bulbs you can have?
I think that if
wait, is the government paying your electrical bill? No, you are.
I think that obviously light bulbs probably have something to do with global warming, and if it's better for the economy, better for the ecosystem and better for the environment, then that's their right to step in and do that. I mean,
you have got to be kidding.
Manson, do you agree or no? I mean, I'm not saying with regards to the amount of light that a bulb can emit, but I'm talking about if it's an environmental issue. I mean, just like they had the right to tell you what type of gasoline to burn, leaded versus unleaded. I mean, there's some known.
I don't know about how much light bulbs are actually affecting anything. So I kind of like my old light bulbs I used to be able to buy.
I do think that that's a little bit of a bad example, but I think Tucker, I think that Tucker's like...
It's unbelievable. The justification for going unleaded was pretty simple. You are hurting other people by burning leaded gas. They have to
but you can't loop in now you're looping in the light bulbs with such another vast subject.
But like smoking in a restaurant, I don't want people smoking around me while I'm eating.
Okay, then don't go to the restaurant.
No, but Tucker,
if it's my restaurant and I want to have people smoking in it, how dare you tell me what I can do in my restaurant?
Sometimes you are such a dick.
If you had that mentality, don't worry, because the restaurant would close.
I'm really seriously committed to the idea that you should not be allowed to boss other people around.
Well, Tucker, Tucker, so you're saying that there should be, on an airplane, you should have the right to smoke on an airplane as well?
If you don't want to ride on the plane, if most people don't want smoking on airplanes, I think that's true, then, Then airlines will cater to the desires of their customers and have no smoking flights. But let's say I want to start an airline for smokers. And
that should be allowed.
People fly my airline want to be able to smoke on the plane. Why should you be able to tell me I can't do that?
No,
what ground?
Ned's got a question.
Should I be able to have a bowel movement and put it in a box on the airplane and let it sit in my lap and everyone else enjoy that? Is that okay with you, Tucker?
Well, if you're in a bowel movement in a box-free airline, yeah. If
no sense.
Every other passenger on the plane.
Now, Tucker,
you're insane.
Tucker, you're insane. Secondly, Tucker, I get where if you had an airline that was for smokers only, the government should not be able to step in and say that.
Well, why should the government get involved in the first
Look, man, I'm all about personal freedom and rights, but you're taking it to this.
You're
taking this personal freedom and personal rights to a step that's just ridiculous. It sounds preposterous.
You're an extremist. It ridiculous? Why should the government? It's a private airline. It's not owned by Barack Obama or the Congress. So why should the government be able to tell you what can take place on your airplane?
First of all, I don't think.
Every person on that plane bought a ticket knowing what the airline allows and what it doesn't allow. No one forced them to buy those tickets. You don't have to ride on the airline.
Without any rules, there's complete chaos.
Tucker,
you understand that?
Why is that chaotic? Why is
in general, you don't want any rules at all. You've got to have some sort of rules. You've got to have some sort of standards and practices in society.
Well, where does it end? I could say, you know what? I don't like your table manners.
There's things that make sense and there's things that don't make sense.
Common sense.
It's the same. You guys hate marijuana prohibition, right? Right.
Yes.
Because you like marijuana. Fine.
But does it mean I want somebody smoking a doobie around my 2-year-old? No.
Hold on. We don't like marijuana prohibition, but the marijuana users in here obviously are going to use common sense, and they don't want to open the floodgates up where 5-year-olds can buy it as well.
Why not? Why not a 5-year-old buy it? He's 5. He's old enough.
Suggesting that children who are not capable of making adult decisions are governed by the same rules or laws as adults. They're totally different.
Coming from the guy who wants 12-year-olds to marry adult men.
Yes, true. Coming from the guy that supported Warren Jeffs.
There's kind of no escape from the power and the logic of my argument. And
there is
none.
I don't
like it. It's not justification for telling other people not to do it and forcing them at gunpoint not to do it.
This comes from a guy that got on the air on MSNBC and supported Warren Jeffs.
Okay. I think, as I've said many, many times, that Warren Jeffs is a creepy guy. I think his religion is a lie. And
you really didn't say that on the air. You didn't say that on the air. You didn't say that on your show.
I said that on the air. I just think
I don't think so.
That in a world where half kids are born outside of wedlock, that polygamy is not the worst thing. If I go and impregnate 5 different women, and I can go on TV and brag about it and say, I've got all these baby mamas, I'm a virile man. And everyone's like, yeah, you're cool, great, okay, you're going to get your own fragrance line, okay? That's great. But if I say I marry